Summertime is finally here, y'all, so you already know what that means, man. You got the cookouts, you got pool parties, you got rooftop vibes. Man, it's just such a beautiful time of year, isn't it? Summer fragrances are great because they're going to help you smell fresh and clean and beat that summer heat. But one of the downfalls is sometimes the performance is weak. Now, as you're preparing for all the festivities that this time of year has to offer, you're going to need the perfect fragrance. And with it being summertime, that equals fresh. So insert your aquatic, your citrus, and your floral fragrances. Well, the fragrances that I have for y'all today are the best of both worlds because they're fresh and appropriate for summer, but they also perform very well and they're going to last you all day long. And of course, I got a little bit of everything on this list, cheapies, designers, and some niche as well. So no matter where you are in your fragrance journey, I got something for you. Let's jump into it. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is doing well. My name is Ty, and here I primarily talk about fragrances, but also sprinkling some fashion and lifestyle content as well. So primary purpose is to help you show up as your best self consistently. That's day in and day out by looking good, smelling good, and feeling good. Y'all know the vibes, man. So do me a favor, if you're interested in those type of videos or that type of content, consider subscribing below to make sure you hit the bell to stay notified anytime I post any new content. Hey y'all, getting things started with one of my favorites. First, we have Lattafa's Honor and Glory, and man, y'all already know how I feel about this one. You get this pineapple mixed with this beautiful creme brulee note, get some sandalwood and vanilla as it dries down. It's really like a summertime gourmand vibe, if you will, right? But it doesn't ever go too heavy. It's still fresh and on the light side. Just smells absolutely amazing, y'all. And for the price point, I think this thing is $30. You can usually find it for out of this world. Performance is on point. I get 7 to 8 hours pretty easily from a longevity standpoint with really good projection for the first few hours. So this one, y'all, it's a no-brainer. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The best cheap fragrance that I own and one of the best ever that I've smelled. That's it. That's the statement. Pick it up. Get Lattafa's Honor and Glory. Okay, y'all, next up on the list, we have Alexandria Fragrances Visionary. And this one here is a clone of Louis Vuitton's Imagination, which is just an absolutely beautiful scent profile. I love that one. And what you get with that and with this one here is a really nice citrus mixed with this beautiful tea note that really elevates and kind of sets this apart from other fresh fragrances. And then you get this fresh spicy vibe from like cinnamon as it dries down a bit. All in all, it's just a really great fragrance, super easy to wear, very inviting, brings a ton of compliments, but it's also just so refreshing and a perfect daily driver, right? One that you can signature scent, wear for any reason throughout the summer. It's a banger, y'all. I don't know how else to describe it. Very reasonably priced, of course, coming from Alexandria Fragrances. And one of the things I always mention about their fragrances, they perform very well. This one is no exception. Easily get 8+ hours, and you'll hear me mention 8+ hours often because honestly, by that time, I'm jumping in the shower or I'm washing the fragrance off of me. So if it hits that 8-hour mark for me, it's good to go. It gets to check. But yeah, nonetheless, lasts very long, projects good, and just an all-around great summer fragrance. So highly recommend you check this one out. This is Visionary from Alexandria Fragrances. Next up on the list from Parfums Vintage, we have Emperor EDP. So Emperor EDP here, y'all, and this one, of course, is a clone of Creed's Aventus, and my favorite clone of Creed's Aventus. And oftentimes, Parfums Vintage, I feel like they get knocked because to be a clone house, they are on the more expensive side. But for me, at least in my humble opinion, I think the expense is justified because you get what I think is better quality than most other clones that are out there. And in this case, relating to the video, you get very good performance. So Emperor lasts literally all day long, y'all. Like I said, 8+ hours, and I feel like it's projecting for the majority of that time, like no lie. This thing is a beast. It really performs well. So if you're someone that really enjoys that Creed Aventus, DNA with the citruses and the fruit and the pineapple mixed with the woods and the musk, that classic sort of classy, DNA that's very recognizable, but done well, I would highly recommend checking out this one here, Parfums Vintage Emperor. Okay, moving into the designers, we have Maison Margiela's Replica Under the Lemon Tree, and they did a great job naming this one because that's exactly what you get. But funny enough, I don't think lemon is an actual note listed, but nonetheless, you have a lime accord. I think you have some citrus notes that are listed as well. Just a stunning fragrance, and one that's so refreshing, so light, so welcoming for the summertime. You get some florals in addition to that citrus, and also get a beautiful green tea note. Again, you've been following my channel for any amount of time. I love that green tea note, especially in the summertime. Like I said, it just gives it an extra, level and layer of freshness. So refreshing, and it just smells so good. So this one is great, y'all. And again, to be an EDT and have that EDT concentration and have all these citrus and kind of floral notes, but still have good performance, this one's amazing. Easily get 7 to 8 hours of longevity, a pretty good projection for the first few hours. You just can't go wrong with this one, y'all. I'm telling you, if you haven't smelled it before, check it out, pick it up under the lemon trees. And moving into the niche fragrances, we have the Harmonist Sun Force, and man, oh man, this one is a banger, y'all. Great for summer, but definitely more summer night. Think summer evening, summer night out, summer date, summer special occasion, right? Summer wedding. This one would be great for a summer wedding on a day that isn't too hot outside. But beautiful scent profile. It actually reminds me a lot of YSL's La Nuit Cologne, but a more niche version, of course, right? This one also is a little bit fresher than that. You get some pomelo and some rose in the opening that give it, again, this sort of freshness to it, but as it dries down, y'all, you get this saffron, you get cardamom, you get honey. I think there's even some benzoin in here. Just a really nice, spice, but also, warmth and sweetness, but never too sweet. It's just so refreshing when, smell a lot of fragrances today that have that sort of vanilla or tonka bean sweetness, which is good and which is, something I appreciate. But to have that honey in here and that benzoin is a different type of warmth and sweetness, and it's one I really appreciate. So if you're looking for something different, you don't mind spending a little bit of money for it, definitely would recommend checking out the Harmonous Sun Force. Certified banger, y'all. We're going to finish off today's list with what I've been calling the dynamic duo from Xerjoff, and starting with the first of that duo, we have Xerjoff's Accento. Man, oh man, is this thing fire. This one here, y'all, beautiful. Beautiful, fruity, floral, slight vanilla in the dry down. Just a really, really nice scent profile. You get pineapple in here, you get some iris, you get some hyacinth. Just a very fresh, clean, easy to wear, inviting compliment monster that works great really year round because of its performance. But I really like this one in the summertime, especially during the daytime. I feel like it's just so easy to wear, so grab and go, no matter what the occasion is. When it comes to performance, again, 8+ hours, but for this one, I can say it has to be closer to 10+ and beyond, I'd say, because after wearing this one for, a number of different times, a number of different occasions, even whenever I shower at, usually that 8-hour mark, try to scrub this one off, I feel like I'm still catching faint whiffs of it even after I shower, right? So Xerjoff, I don't know what type of oils you are using, but shout out and kudos to you, because they definitely have staying power and performance is not an issue. So if you like floral fragrances, or even if you don't like floral fragrances, maybe if you want to get into them and you want to test some niche fragrances that are, good, fresh, floral fragrances, I'd highly recommend you check out this one. Get a sample of it, Xerjoff's Accento. Okay, last but not least, we have part 2 of the dynamic duo here, y'all, and that's none other than Xerjoff's Herba Gold. So if you know anything about the original, Herba Pura, very fruity, slightly musky and vanilla fragrance. This takes that DNA and I think it makes it 10 times better and even more wearable. So you still get a medley of fruits in here. I think it smells more like tropical fruits. I swear I pick up mango, but no mango is listed, so it must just be the bottle playing mind tricks on me. But nonetheless, like I said, you get a medley of different fruits. You get some spice in here. That's what really sets this one apart, makes it a game changer. You get some cinnamon and some cardamom. And then again, as it dries down, you get that musk, that amber, that vanilla. Just a phenomenal fragrance, one that really works year round and can work in any season, especially because of its performance. But I really love this one in the summertime, especially in the evenings for date nights or, a night out. Show-stopping fragrance here, y'all. Of course, it gets compliments, but this is one that literally turns heads. It's had people come up, following me and saying, what do you have on? Can you write that down? It's one of those fragrances that really just, of course brings compliments, but kind of, changes the game and really, stops people in their tracks. So very good fragrance. Again, performance is through the roof. Don't even have to go into that, but really good fragrance. And if you ever want to, experiment or be even more unique and get just out of this world performance, you can do a combo and layer these two. So when I was testing them, when I got them both in, had a couple sprays on both arms. Of course, projection and performance was on point, but the smell was actually really, really nice. They complement each other well, right? Because you got the fruity, spicy, slight vanilla dry down here. Then you got the fruity, floral, slight vanilla dry down here. So the florals with the fruits and the spice, game changer. That's Xerjoff's Herba Gold and Xerjoff's Accento, what I call the dynamic duo, and together, can't lose with them, y'all. So check these out if you're looking for new long-lasting summer fragrances, and if you're interested in learning more about other great warm weather fragrance options, check out one of these videos.